Did you know that there is a hidden benefit in the United States that can reduce electricity bills for seniors by up to 40%? It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? While millions of older Americans are cutting back on groceries, skipping medications, or sacrificing basic comforts just to afford their monthly utility bills. There is a little-known support program designed to ease that burden, and yet hardly anyone talks about it. It is not a scam, not a loophole, and not a complex financial trick. It is a real benefit, quietly available through government and state-backed programs, but kept in the shadows by silence, confusion, or lack of outreach. Why has no one told you about this before? Why do so many seniors suffer in silence while this help exists? Maybe it is because when people stay in the dark, companies keep earning more. Or maybe the system was never designed to make this kind of help easy to access. Either way, the truth is shocking. If you or someone you care about is over 60 and worried about the rising cost of energy, then this message could change everything. Imagine opening your electric bill next month and seeing it reduced by almost half. Imagine knowing that you could run your heater in winter or your air conditioner in summer without fear of what it will cost. Imagine the relief of breathing a little easier each month. That peace of mind is not just for the wealthy or the lucky. It is something you may already qualify for. And the best part is, you do not need to jump through endless hoops to claim it. You just need the right information. Over the next few minutes, you are going to discover exactly what this hidden benefit is, why it has been overlooked for so long, and how you or someone you love can start using it right away. No more guessing, no more worrying, just clear, honest answers, because every senior deserves dignity. Every person deserves to live with the lights on, the house warm, and the stress dialed down. This is your right. This is your moment. And if you stay with me, you will learn the secret that too many have tried to bury. The switch to relief is waiting. Let's turn it on together. Every month, it arrives like a weight in the mailbox. The electricity bill, for many seniors across the United States, that envelope represents more than just a number. It is a symbol of worry, of sacrifice, of nights spent wrapped in blankets to save on heating, or afternoons in sweltering heat because turning on the air conditioner feels like a luxury. For those living on fixed incomes, especially Social Security, there is no flexibility. Every dollar counts, and when that bill climbs higher, the choices become harder. Should I pay the power bill or refill my prescriptions? Should I eat something nutritious or skip a meal to keep the lights on? These are the cruel calculations many elderly people are forced to make quietly and alone. It feels unfair. After decades of hard work, raising families, contributing to society, the reward is stress over keeping the refrigerator running or the home at a safe temperature. Some feel embarrassed, others feel helpless. The frustration builds when no one seems to listen. You call the utility company and get nowhere. You ask for help and are handed stacks of confusing paperwork or redirected endlessly. Meanwhile, the bills keep coming. The nights grow colder, the silence grows heavier. And then there's the fear. What happens if I miss a payment? Will they shut off my power? What if there's an emergency and I can't charge my phone or keep my medical devices running? That fear settles into the background of daily life, a constant hum of anxiety. And it shouldn't be that way. No one should have to choose between survival and comfort. No senior should feel punished for aging. Yet it happens every single day in this country. And most heartbreaking of all is the feeling that no one is telling the full truth. That somewhere, somehow, there must be a way out of this. But it feels hidden, like a secret kept by those in power or buried under layers of bureaucracy. Seniors deserve better. You deserve better. The pain is not just financial, it is emotional. It chips away at your sense of independence, your peace of mind, your right to feel safe in your own home. It is exhausting, and it is wrong. You are not asking for luxury. You are asking for light, for warmth, for the simple dignity of living. Without fear, that should not be too much to ask. And soon, you will see that it is not, because there is a path forward, a solution that has been hiding in plain sight, a benefit designed for people exactly like you. You are not alone. And this struggle is not the end of the story. What if I told you that, hidden beneath the piles of government websites and the sea of paperwork, there is a real solution, a benefit that was created specifically to ease the burden of rising energy costs for older Americans. A program designed not just with numbers in mind, but with people in mind. People like you. People who have given so much and now deserve a little peace in return. This is not a dream, this is not a rumor, it is real. And it has already helped thousands of seniors across the country cut their energy bills significantly without needing to move, without installing expensive technology, and without depending on anyone else. The hope is real. The help is real. It is just that no one ever told you where to look, but you are about to find out. There is a federally supported initiative that allows eligible seniors to receive monthly discounts on their electricity costs. The discount can be up to 40% in some states, and while the percentage varies depending on where you live, the impact is always powerful. Imagine knowing that each month, a large part of that stressful bill is simply taken care of. Not delayed, not loaned, just reduced. That is what this benefit offers. And you do not need to be a financial expert or a computer whiz to access it. In fact, it is made for people who may not be comfortable with complex forms or long waits. That is why so many are shocked when they finally learn about it. Because once you know the name of the program and how to apply, the process is actually much easier than expected. Suddenly, the pressure lifts. Suddenly, there is room to breathe. This kind of hope is quiet but powerful. It means being able to turn on your lights without dread. It means not having to decide between warmth and groceries. It means sleeping better at night because you are not counting pennies in your head. It is the kind of hope that does not scream or demand attention, but quietly transforms lives. And the beautiful part is, this help is not limited to a select few. If you are over a certain age and meet basic income guidelines, you are likely eligible. But for too long, this information has stayed in the shadows. Today, we bring it into the light because you deserve to know. You deserve relief. You deserve the peace of knowing that help exists and that you can reach out and take it. So if you have ever felt like there was no way out of the monthly struggle, hold on, because the solution is closer than you think. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are part of a community of people who deserve to live with dignity and comfort. And starting now, that is exactly what we are working toward. The truth is, the benefit that can change everything for seniors struggling with electricity bills is not a secret formula or a complicated device. It is a real program supported by federal and state governments, and it goes by different names, depending on the location. But the core idea is the same. It is called the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, commonly known as LIHEAP. That name might not sound exciting, but what it represents is powerful. LIHEAP is not new. It has been around for decades, quietly helping low-income households pay their heating and cooling bills. But here is the problem. Most seniors either have never heard of it or they assume it is too hard to qualify. Others believe it is only for families with children or people in extreme poverty. But that is not true. LIHEAP was specifically designed to include older adults living on fixed incomes, like Social Security or small pensions. In fact, in many states, being over the age of 60 and meeting modest income limits is enough to qualify. And the support it offers is not symbolic. It is real money. Direct help. In some cases, the program pays a portion of your electricity bill directly to your energy provider, reducing what you owe each month. In other situations, it may provide emergency assistance. During extreme weather or even cover repairs for heating and cooling systems, what makes LIHEAP special is that it works behind the scenes. Once you are approved, you do not need to constantly reapply or prove yourself again and again. The assistance flows where it is needed, and you begin to feel the difference almost immediately. It is like discovering a key that unlocks a door you thought was permanently shut. For years, many seniors have missed out on this benefit because no one took the time to explain it clearly. Maybe the paperwork seemed intimidating. Maybe the offices were far away. Maybe it just felt like one more dead end in a system that forgets its elders. But that changes now, because understanding what LIHEAP is and what it offers is the first step toward reclaiming control. It is not a handout. It is not charity. It is a benefit created for you, funded by taxes you have paid throughout your life, and meant to be used with dignity. Imagine LIHEAP as a safety net woven just for seniors who have done their part and now need a little support to keep living safely and comfortably. It is not flashy, it is not loud, but it works. And now that you know its name, now that you know it is real, you are already one step closer to the peace and relief you have been searching for. Now that you know the name of the benefit, the next step is learning exactly how to use it. And the good news is, it is simpler than most people think. The Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, was designed to be accessible. You do not need to hire a lawyer, fill out 100 forms, or spend hours on the phone. You just need to take a few clear steps. First, find your state's LIHEAP office. Every state has its own version of the program, so you need to apply through the agency in your state. The easiest way to find it is to search online for LIHEAP, followed by your state's name. For example, type in LIHEAP California, Texas. That will take you directly to the page where you can begin the process. Most states allow you to apply online. Some also offer help by phone or in person if that feels more comfortable. When you begin the application, you will be asked for basic documents. Usually that includes proof of income, like a social security statement or pension stub, a copy of your current utility bill, and some form of identification like a driver's license or state ID. Do not let this part intimidate you. These are documents you likely already have in your home. You are not being tested. You are simply showing that you qualify for the help that was created for people just like you. Once you submit your application, most offices respond within a few weeks. If you are approved, the benefit is sent directly to your utility company. You will see the discount on your next bill, or receive a notice explaining the amount of support applied. In some cases, you may even qualify for year-round assistance or help during emergencies like heat waves or cold snaps. If your utility bill has already become overwhelming, some programs also offer crisis support. And here is something else to remember. You do not need to go through this alone. Many community centers, churches, and senior service agencies are familiar with LIHEAP and can help you apply at no cost. There is no shame in asking for help. This is not a favor someone is doing for you. This is a right that you have earned. Think of it like unlocking a hidden doorway in your budget, one that has been there all along, waiting for you to step through. One simple application can lead to months of peace and hundreds of dollars saved. It means more food on the table, more comfort in your home, and a little more freedom to enjoy life without fear every time the lights come on. The tools are in your hands now. All that remains is to take the first step. Relief is not just possible, it is available. And now, it is yours to claim. Picture this. A woman in her 70s named Linda sits at her kitchen table. For years, she has dreaded the end of each month. The electricity bill always brought a wave of anxiety. Some months, she had to skip her arthritis medication just to keep her home warm during the winter. She rarely turned on the oven, wore layers inside, and tried not to use her heater unless it was absolutely necessary. She never told her children how hard things had gotten. She did not want to worry them. Then, one day, she hears about a benefit called LIHEAP from a neighbor at church. At first, she is skeptical. It sounds too good to be true, but she decides to look into it. With the help of a local senior center, she fills out the application. It only takes a few days to gather the documents. She waits, uncertain. Then, a letter arrives. Approved, the relief is immediate. The next electricity bill shows a dramatic drop, almost 40% lower than the month before. She cries, not just because of the money saved, but because of what it means. For the first time in years, she feels seen. She feels supported. She feels like someone, somewhere, finally remembered her. This is the emotional core of what LIHEAP offers. It is not just numbers on a bill. It is dignity. It is freedom from fear. It is the ability to live with comfort and confidence again. Multiply Linda's story by thousands. Seniors across the country who thought they were forgotten are finding new hope and strength. They are no longer forced to choose between food and warmth, no longer trapped in silence and worry. Instead, they are finding community, stability, and peace. This is the power of being informed. This is what happens when the truth is shared. What once felt like a distant dream becomes a new reality. A reality where older Americans are not invisible, where they are valued, where they can live not just with basic survival, but with ease. And that transformation does something even deeper. It restores the belief that things can get better. That life still holds goodness, even after hardship. That age does not mean struggle. It can mean rest. It can mean renewal. And that emotional shift is just as important as the financial one. Because when a person feels safe, when they feel respected, they walk taller, they smile more, they begin to dream again. The weight lifts, the worry fades, and in its place grows a quiet strength, a calm that says, I am going to be okay. This is not just a benefit, it is a breakthrough, and it is happening right now for people just like you.